Hey guys, this is Roxie Bardo, and I am answering questions for Get to Know interviews. I was like 2 or 3. I started singing when I was like 2, and I would put on shows in my front yard for all my friends and my family, and I'd have like my neighbors be little backup dancers. Um, and so I've been singing and known that I wanted to be a star, and like I wanted to perform, I wanted to be on stage since I was very, very young. And so I convinced my mom to move to LA, and it's happened just kind of naturally. You know, like you meet people, you start putting out music, you start performing, and it's just happened naturally from there. My biggest inspiration is probably Lord right now. I love the way that she writes. I feel like she kind of just writes about what's in front of her, what she sees, and it's very much from her perspective, but then also how it affects her. And I feel like as a songwriter and as an overall artist, she's very inspirational for me. I look up to her a lot. I like the way that she's done things, and I feel like to be so young and to put out such material that seems so non-biased. You know, she hasn't been necessarily changed by the industry yet, and so I feel like it's very genuine, and it's coming just from that need to create. So she's a huge inspiration to me right now. Of course, the greats like Michael Jackson and Elvis. I'm listening to a lot of Johnny Cash right now. I'm actually thinking of putting out a cover soon. But I'm inspired by a lot of new artists too, or random songs that I can hear. I love Lo Fang's song number 88 and Look Away. I love Charlie XCX. She's really inspiring to me right now too. So I'm inspired by, like the old icons, and also anything new and fresh that I feel like is genuine. I'll be inspired by to write new music. If I'd not gotten into music, I would probably be an athlete, which might sound kind of surprising to some people. But I actually loved soccer when I was younger. I played every season, like, twice a year. And for a long time I thought that, I'll just, I'll be a superstar and I'll be on, the U.S. Women's team, and I'll just do it both. But obviously there comes a time when you have to choose one. But yeah, if I wasn't in the music industry and I wasn't doing this, I'd probably be playing soccer, I guess, in college right now. I'd be going to college and playing soccer. So that's what I'd be doing. In the next 10 years, I hope that I'll be putting out maybe my 4th or 5th album, and that I will have done world tours. Hopefully the last 2 albums would have been international world tours, filling up arenas. I hope that, not just success-wise and money-wise, so I hope that in the next 10 years I will have affected people's lives positively. I really want to, I have a couple ideas for my own charities that I want to start, but I want to leave an impact, and I want to make change and make people's lives better. So I hope that philanthropy-wise, that I will have made some kind of impact and be helping, hundreds of thousands of people by then. That's definitely a big goal and a big dream of mine. To anyone who is an aspiring singer or wants to be in the industry in any way, I think that the key to being successful, really in anything, is being persistent and keeping up the work. Sometimes it's like people get famous and they're like, oh, they just came out of nowhere. And no, they didn't come out of nowhere. They've actually been working at it for 10, 15 years. So I feel like if you keep going, you can't fail. If you keep trying, if you keep, one door closes, you open up another one. So I definitely think that you have to keep going. Consistency is key, and you'll be successful in any field, in anything you're doing. So if I could do a collaboration, well, like I said, I love Lord. I would love to maybe write a song with her. I don't know if our voices would mesh. They might. I don't know. But I would love to definitely write with her and kind of pick her brain a little bit. But collaboration-wise, I like doing collabing with artists who are completely different from my sound. I kind of have the indie pop sound, and I'm interested in collaborating with hip hop artists, or the Dirty South rap, and something completely different for me, because I feel like sometimes when you take two things that are opposite and you put them together, you know, if you have the right balance, it could just be amazing. So I would like to collaborate with anyone who's different from me, and also who has like the drive and the passion to, you know, get it done, the work ethic. I was 2, I think, when I started singing. I would sing like Mariah Carey tapes on like my sister's karaoke machine. She would teach me the songs and I'd sing. And I don't know, I just loved it. I just loved performing. There's been so many. I definitely think that living in LA is a definite struggle. Um, it's very different from where I'm from. You know, I'm not necessarily from a small town in Tennessee. I was from a city in Tennessee, but there's just so many people here. And it can get kind of frustrating, because I feel like a lot of people here seem to lack common courtesy. You know, just like basic things like scooting over on the sidewalk, or, you know, like just being polite to people. So I think it's a struggle definitely living in the city and getting used to like kind of like the city energy and the city vibe and how people differ here. It's been a bit of a struggle, but now that I've been here for like almost 4 years now, so I'm settling in a little bit more and getting used to it. But the change and kind of like a bit of a culture shock was definitely the initial struggle, and it continues to be. My favorite movie is, I love Chicago, the movie with the musical with Renee Zellweger. And Catherine Zeta-Jones. That was like the first time I'd seen like musical theater, really. The first time that I'd seen musical theater on like the big screen. And I was really young. My sister worked at the movie theater, so we got to go and see the movie for free, and I was just like in awe. I remember buying the movie after getting it and just watching it like over and over again. I just loved Chicago and the way people acted and sang at the same time. It was just like kind of like, oh, that's what I want to do. So my favorite movie is probably Chicago. And then my favorite TV show, it's going to sound really random, but there's like a new show on the Travel Channel called Naked and Afraid. And it's so funny. I don't know. I just think it's so funny that they're in the wilderness trying to survive. And on top of that, they have to be naked. It's just hysterical. So yeah, that's my favorite TV show. I don't really have a favorite song. I think, I don't know. That's a hard one. Probably be something by Michael Jackson. I really like Diana by Michael Jackson, and then I really love Beat It. I've known Beat It since I was like really, really young, so that's probably like my all-time favorite song by Michael Jackson. I love anything chocolate. Like, chocolate is good. So I would say probably like just like a Hershey bar, honestly. Like, I love chocolate. Or anything hot. I love Flaming Hot Cheetos. Oh my gosh. I'm obsessed. So yeah, Flaming Hot Cheetos for sure. My favorite restaurant, I love Asian cuisine. I just found a restaurant out here called Tokyo Wako, and for those of you who live in California, it's really similar to Benihana with like the teppanyaki grill and they cook in front of you. Definitely my favorite. Like, any occasion that we can go there, I want to go. That's my favorite food. Well, if I was stranded on an island, I would probably try to bring a phone to get off of the island. But if we're talking about like deeper than that, it's hard to say. With everything that you already have on the island, I'd probably try to bring a person, honestly. I'd probably try to bring like my sister or my mom, so I'm not like lonely. Kind of similar to what I said earlier. When anyone asks me about like singing or just doing anything or any advice about like life, I definitely say like consistency, like keep going. If you have a dream, come up with goals and just follow them. That's the key to success, honestly, and it's key to that. And it's the key to a happy life. Just staying consistent and not letting others' doubt affect you. Obviously, be open to advice and what other people have to say and their opinions. But when it comes to like pure negativity and people trying to tear you down, you just have to block it out and keep going. I do, yes, I do write and compose my own music. Um, it's a real process for me. Like sometimes the inspiration is there, and then sometimes it just isn't. And I can get inspired from like the most random things. I love film, and so I love watching independent films, and I'm really inspired by independent movies, and it can I kind of like to like some of my songs are from personal experiences and my personal opinion on things, but a lot of times I can kind of write about situations from the outside, looking in and imagining if that was me and if I was in that situation, and then writing from it from that point of view. So yes, I do compose and write all of my own music. I do play instruments as well when I'm writing. Um, when I'm at the very bare bones of a song, at the very beginning, I use a guitar or my piano. So I play guitar and piano. Emotional. Emotional is the first word I would use to describe my music as a whole. Um, I almost want to say like intergalactic or something, because I like the music that kind of gives you like an out of body experience. Like you feel like you're just like floating through the atmosphere, which is like kind of crazy. But yeah, so I kind of like the, I guess atmospheric would be the second. So emotional, atmospheric, and I mean, I guess I don't, I hope that my music is substantial. Like I hope that it has deeper meaning for people than typical kind of like dance pop fluff. Not that that's not good. I love obviously dancing, and I like putting emotional tracks with dance tracks, but I want my words to mean something more than just like party. So I guess emotional, atmospheric, and substantial is what I'm going for. I definitely, want to be known internationally. I want to be, as big as a star recording artist can possibly get. Um, and, I guess to accomplish wise, I don't have specific goals I want to accomplish. I don't really measure my success or what I'm doing, I think, by other people's standards. Like, I don't want to win a certain amount of Grammys. I don't really have goals like that, because I feel like a lot of great artists don't ever win Grammys. So I don't measure it by maybe typical standards. Personally, I just want to be known internationally, and I want to feel like I've done the best that I could. Like I've come and I've done everything that I was meant to do as a person and as a recording artist. But for special accomplishments, I want to give back. There's no point, in being so famous and having so much power and not using any of it to bring light to certain issues, charities, and world problems. So I definitely want to make sure that philanthropy is like a huge part of my career. Like I want it to be like 50% of everything that I do be giving back to like the greater good of humanity. So it's really important to me, to do a lot of philanthropy and help a lot of charities and help people. I really want to help people who don't have opportunity. I do have siblings. Earlier, the noise was actually my brother walking in and out. I have 3 brothers and 1 sister. So, yes, family is very important to me. 2 of my brothers are actually still in Tennessee, so I don't get to see them as often. And if you guys are watching, hey, love you guys. But yes, it's very important to me. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for having me. And I'm so sorry that it took so long to do this interview with my injury, but I hope to do more with you guys. And thanks. Bye.